Hi, my name's Pete and this is James, and we're off on a bit of a road trip. Keep watching to see what we're up to. Wow, what a faff that was. The van was flat as a pancake. The shippers were horrible, less than useful. Didn't want to know us until we found this number that we'd never been given. On the plus side, it did start. James had some jump leads, so we got it started. I'm guessing if the battery was that flat, it might have cooked the battery, so we may have a fun ride back up. There's only a quarter of a tank of gas in, so we are going to have to stop for fuel at some point. Yay, that's going to be fun. Jump starting a car in a petrol forecourt. Let's see if we can roll it back or something. Right, more shots from on the road while James goes get my driving licence back. Yeah, don't ask. Right, see you later. Right then, so I'm in the van, which is great. Camera's all over there, which is a bit weird because the screen's a bit far. Never mind. We're in the van. It's bloody hot in here because we're having some troubles. The battery is toast. We've had to jump start it several times. Just now it cut out all by itself and we had to jump start it again with leads from James's micro. So I'm just going to try and keep the revs up and hope for the best. But other than that, it's doing fine. There was a bit of an issue with the ABS warning light earlier. That went away as we drove, which again is fine. No idea how many miles I've done now because we stopped for lunch and the battery died in that period and it's reset the trip, so I have no idea. I'm going to try and keep the engine going, try not to stop. If we do stop, then keep the revs up. Other than that, it is exactly how I remember driving it. It's great, it's comfortable. It's relaxed. There's a bit of a wobble on the steering. Wheels are probably a bit out of balance. It's been sat for an awfully long time. Air conditioning is freezing now. Yeah. So you may be wondering, what's all this about the van? Well, this van belonged to my dad. Bought it from VW in the States somewhere. I think it was on the East Coast, but I'm not entirely sure. And he used it as his everyday runaround. A bit impractical, but it's nice and big and carried all sorts. People would come up to him and offer to buy it off him on the streets, which was funny, but he always said he should sell it, but he never could get around to it. I think he liked it. It's a certain kudos. This is a late model T4, 2003, and they didn't take the T5, the next model, to the States. So it's one of the last VW campers. It's not a camper, as you can probably see. It's the Multivan. One of the last VW campers they took to the States. So there was a bit of kudos around it. And unfortunately my dad died last year. Yeah, no tears, sorry. My dad died last year, and I said to my stepmom, look, can I have Dad's van? I am an absolute carnot. I love VWs. We've got a Skoda, we've got a Luca in the family, and it'd be something that I could have of his and look after it every day and remember him every time I'm in it. So we're in Yorkshire now. The weather is awful. It's probably the most rain the van has seen in a long time. I know California's had some rain recently, but this is horrible. Because this van's been out in the Californian sun for so long, the lacquer on the roof is shot to pieces. In fact, James was saying that when I accelerated not long after we picked the van up, loads of lacquer flew off the roof, which must have been a bit of a sight. But it does mean that there's no lacquer protecting the paint from, well, the weather. I will get it sorted fairly soon, when funds allow. The windscreen wipers are awful. I guess they've never really been used. They're really, really hard, and they don't make quite so much noise now as they have been doing, put it that way. Didn't want to really hit rush hour traffic, but we seem to have done. Let's get back into the left-hand lane. The reason I don't want to sit in traffic too long is I don't think the van battery has enough charge to keep it all ticking over, the air conditioning, the lights, the wipers, all that business. It splutters a bit. A couple of times I've been driving along and I've gone to put the air conditioning on and it's thrown a complete hissy fit. Show me the ABS warning light, the traction control warning light. I don't think there's enough power in the system to power everything it needs. So got to keep it moving. Motorway 70 miles an hour. It doesn't really want to go any faster than that. I don't want to go any faster than that. But it's doing alright. Probably got about 20 miles to go. James is just behind me in the micro, probably listening to really bad music quite loudly, as he does. But never mind. See you in a minute. So we made it back in one piece. It's still raining, but not that bad. Here's the van. We're taking the license plate off because I don't really want it stolen, because I know what American license plates are like on the market. Quick tour around. It is left-hand drive, automatic and messy already. Window mount, 2 captain's chairs. And it's a multivan, so it's got the bed at the back, table down here, and 2 jump seats. I'll have a walk around. No door down this left-hand side, unfortunately. This back lock sticks up, but it's opening today. License plate is off. Massive rear boot area, trunk space. It's part of the mattress for the bed, and then the rear bench. The headrests come off, and then it's a rock and roll into a full-size bed. That's just an empty box, by the way, if anyone's thinking about stealing it. Second air conditioning unit in the back there. Really muddy down the side of here. Muddy things. Table. 2 jump seats. These unclip down here to take them out. This one's probably going to come out as soon as the van's on the road. Rock and roll bed. Cup holders. Speakers. Ashtray useless. Yeah, that's the van. And here it shall sit for a while until we get it on the road, which means finishing the registration process and getting it MOT ready. Fortunately, it's got stuff like fog lights, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get sorted. So watch this space.